Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the sanctuary and to those of you who are at home. I'm Sharon Tice. I'm your practitioner of the day. And so for today, our meditation comes from the words of a lady by the name of Saratoga Ocean. So please, at this time, relax your body and keep your eyes closed or keep a soft gaze. Keep a relaxed posture and breathe deeply in and out. The vernal equinox was on this past Thursday and is a balance of day and night, the balance between your inner and outer world. Going within is the yin, and the outward expression is yang. When your outer expression is a manifestation of your true inner being, you discover your personal strength and the perfect measure of authenticity. March has been a month of transition, a time to release the past and let wounds heal. There is so much chaotic energy and upheaval currently in our world today. Our civilization is undergoing upheaval. There are wars, discordant energy, and unpredictability. Know that this excess energy has nothing to do with you personally. So clear your energy at least once a day and protect your space. Do not be discouraged by the discordant energy, as all is in flux. Now is the time to trust our higher power, to trust the universe. The world will evolve, and we are all invited to participate in the process. We must remember that we are never alone. We are blessed by connection to love, by our connection to Creator. Behind all of the turmoil of this world, there is the light moving us forward. Look beyond the chaos and see light emerging from that chaos as we emerge from the rubble of old beliefs and move on the path of our true nature. Whenever we feel lost or alone, we must remember to go beneath the fears, the judgments, and seek that which is peace, light, and healing. And before opening our eyes, and returning to the room. Take a deep breath and look into a brighter future. Let renewed energy fill your being. Open your mind and heart to the opportunity for a beautiful transformation. Namaste.
up there, because,
Well, let me have the schedule so I don't lose it.
oh, okay. And then watch for Clay. So,
Watch for the tech guru.
yeah, yeah. And so I'll do the welcome, and then right after we do the little affirmation, then you're up.
Those are too high or too far away. I have to have my safety bar.
Good morning, everyone.
It's just
Get up!
I don't know if it's just
Get up!
That's funny.
So ready to sing a little gospel song on this Sunday, beautiful Sunday morning?
We all need more kindness in this world. We all need more kindness in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more kindness in this world. We all need more loving in this world. Yes, we do. We all need more loving in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more loving in this world. We all need more laughter in this world. We all need more laughter in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more laughter in this world. We all need more friendship in this world. Here it is. We all need more friendship in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more friendship in this world. We all need more peacetime in this world.
Oh, yes, we do.
We all need more peacetime in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more peacetime in this world. We all need more kindness in this world. We all need more kindness in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more kindness in this world. Thank you. World's greatest choir.
There's the formula. Kindness, peace, loving, and friendship. We've got it all. Good morning. Welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living Prescott. My name is John Haas, and it's my pleasure to stand in for Reverend Tracy, who's off in Texas enjoying another part of the country. So today, it's auspicious, right? We already heard that we're the first Sunday of spring 2025. Yay! And you notice how it's gotten warmer and warmer, and there's the white bud trees and the little pink bud trees, and there's lots of pollen from the the juniper. So it's a great time to be alive, and it's a great time to join us out in the great world beyond from the internet and be able to see you out there. But here, look at all these smiling faces. We've got a great, great day today. So we're going to celebrate it with Tom and Krista, who are helping us with some great music. And of course, we've got Bob over here with his magic hands. And Clay helping us out there in the booth, making sure that all of the electrons go out properly. And you are an integral part of this service. So you'll join along with the music, and you can join me right now by saying, I am a divine being. My nature is clarity, calmness, harmony, and love. I accept everyone for who they are. My body is healthy and whole. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Let us pray. for what I know on this beautiful spring day with, as John said, the buds, the flowers, and I'm loving the song of birds. I know that this all comes from the love of the one of which we are all a part. So I note that today's service is blessed by the presence of that one, and that we all are participating in the joy of this time. So it is with great gratitude that I release this unto the law of the one, knowing that as I do, it is so, and so it is.
We get to be Jackson today. Beautiful song. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. Amen.
Today's reading comes from the words of Eugene Holden, RSCP. Going with the flow. The river knows where it's going. Life, like a river, knows what it's doing. Our work is to relax in the flow and trust that we are traveling in grace, experiencing the highest and best. Listen. There is something within you that seeks your attention. It is the still, sacred voice of the infinite. That voice, the voice of God, is found in the stillness of your heart and mind. Take time to listen. Easy does it. Life knows how to take care of itself. Therefore, you are also taken care of naturally. It's the flexibility of the bamboo that weathers the storm. A mighty oak might break. Take it easy. Trust the process. And finally, bloom where you are planted. No matter where you go, there you are. You may as well bloom right where you are. You are here on purpose for a purpose. You are here to shine your love. Now is the time to blossom. And so if I could ask the candle lighters to come up now. The Center for Spiritual Living Prescott, guided by the science of mind, acknowledges the diverse faiths and spiritual traditions that enrich our world. Each belief system offers a distinct understanding of the mysteries of existence and a unique connection with the divine. Lighting these candles symbolizes our collective reverence for the diverse paths that humans take in search of meaning and purpose. In this shared moment, we affirm and celebrate the multiplicity of the human experience. And so we light a candle for Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus the Christ, who taught the path of love, forgiveness, and healing by the presence within. For Islam and its teaching and belief in the one and only God, creator of heaven and earth. For Judaism, a community of shared laws, traditions, and family ties, which began with the covenant between Abraham and God. For Buddhism, the middle path of non-attachment that ends suffering. For Hinduism, the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. For the traditions of the indigenous people everywhere and their close and sacred connections to the earth, the sky, and waters. For Baha'i, the path of unity and peace. For the goddess traditions, celebrating the power and wisdom of the feminine energies, including nature and nurture. And for science of mind, a philosophy of life that teaches that there is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it. And now if we would all read the affirmation on the screen. I am here for God. My purpose is to express the nature of God as love, abundance, and joy in everything I do. The good I seek for myself is what I desire for all people everywhere.
So 2 weeks ago, we had a incredible opportunity. We went and got to meet Lyle Lovett. And
We had
Yeah, it was
backstage
really neat.
passes for my birthday.
And so we're going to do a song. Now, this isn't a Lyle song, but he covered this song
covers this.
very beautifully. And the song is of his kind of mentor, music mentor, Townes Van Zandt, a great Texan songwriter. And this is a very, very beautiful song. It's called If I Needed You.
If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the sea for to ease your pain. In the night forlorn, the morning's born, and the morning shines with the light of love. You will miss sunrise if horizon that would break my heart in two. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the sea for to ease your pain.
Ladies with me now, since I showed her how to lay her weary hand in mine.
Loop and Lil agree, she's a sight to see. She's a treasure for the poor to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the sea for to ease your pain. I would swim the sea for to ease your pain. Thank you.
We all need a little comfort sometimes, right? A hug from someone, just reaching out and feeling comforted to ease your pain. It's been quite a week, quite a quarter, and here we are, spring. So welcome to Sunday service here and online. Today I wanted to talk about what we're planting. It's springtime, right? I planted a bunch of bulbs in the fall with the thought that in the spring they would come up, fed by the water of the snows, which we barely had any. But it was enough. Today I counted 13 daffodils on my hillside. But there'll be 100 more. Because as we celebrate spring, it's a time for planting, a time for being able to look out and say, what do I have? What am I planting? The vernal equinox, of course, the time when day and night balance. And it's also a time in the old days when the year began. Not in January, when it's still cold and it's dark, but in the spring. Because the zodiac, Aries was the first to meet the flame. And so we are now into just the beginning part, the very cusp of Aries. So what thought and action are you planting as you go about your life? That's what we'll talk about today. Because what we know in science of mind is these thoughts are things. And what we think about grows. So it's important to notice, what am I thinking about? If any of you are like me, when you meditate, you wonder, well, who's doing all this talking in there? And if you say, stop thinking, then what happens? You say, hey, what do you mean stop thinking? I always think. There's thoughts. But we can become mindful of what we are doing and therefore plant something consciously rather than allow it to unconsciously grow up in some random direction. So what am I planting? I hope to be planting loving thoughts, not the confusion of the unconscious mind. So it's time to sow new seeds, seeds that will grow up to become our life that we're living, what we want. Because we know that the creative process, as demonstrated in our teaching symbol, is that we put a seed in the soil, we allow the soil to do its work, water it, nurture it, maybe have to do some weeding, and we will reap the benefit of what we sow. So too with our thoughts, because every single thing that you see around began as a thought. This cool microphone with its wireless capability. Someone said, why do I need these darn wires that I have to worry about? Or the amazing internet that miraculously sends these words out all across the globe. The chairs we sit in, someone thought, wouldn't it be comfier if I had something to lean my back on rather than this darn stool? Everything began as a thought. So Eckhart Tolle said in his book, The Stillness Speaks, when you pay more attention to what you do than to the future result you want to achieve by it, you break the old conditioning. Then your doing is not only much more effective, but guess what? It's so much more joyful and satisfying. So if we can be in that moment, plant the seeds consciously, then we're going, hey, I'm a gardener after all. Now, sometimes I find myself flitting from activity to chore to, oh, I forgot this, and then the next thing I know, the day's over. Where did it go? What have I been doing? Have I been fully present? Or did I get onto some autopilot, following what I did yesterday, doing the same thing? Isn't that what they call insanity, doing the same thing and expecting a different result? So if we want something different, we actually have to plant different actions and different thoughts. But don't worry, there's no benefit in getting upset with yourself, saying, no, quit doing that. It's just like meditation. You don't go with a little puppy you're training and beat it just because it didn't go on the paper where you thought it should. You just bring it back to the paper. So too with our minds, we just lovingly bring it back and say, what thoughts would you like me to dwell on, O Master? Because the thoughts in our brains aren't our master, we're the master. So today is a good time to start. Why not now? So choose today to be grateful. Choose today to think some thoughts of loving kindness. Choose today to treat yourself a little better than you treated yourself yesterday. So I like to try and interrupt my little thoughts with positivity. And a reminder came to me that I should kind of be on purpose, remember my vision, live where I'm trying to be. And sometimes you have to revisit it because you decide, you know, the direction I've been going, I'm not sure the results are as I expected. Don't worry. We can just turn and start walking another direction. There's so many directions to choose. Try another path. And so one of the best things to do, for me at least, is to go inside and take a listen. Because I might not have the best idea. It didn't work going that direction. So why don't I go inside and ask, what do I really want to be? Who am I? Take stock. And you can follow along in your chairs. You can take that breath. Who do I want to be today? What thoughts do I want to bring into reality, my life? Because you can no longer listen to all those old habits, those old beliefs. Instead, we know we can put new thoughts and visions, put them into the law, and they must become our reality. That's why they call it the law. It's not just a good idea, it actually works. Try it. And this one you can try at home. So Ernest Holmes says, we should daily feel a deeper union with life. Feel a deeper union with life. And a greater sense of that indwelling God. Because when we connect with that indwelling God, everything goes the right way. Because we're feeling better. We are feeling better in our heart. We're open in our heart. And so when we're open, we're feeling better, then guess what? The world around us smiles back at us. And we say, what a remarkable world we live in. It's like that song, that famous one, you know, with the little children play. Isn't it a lovely world after all? But the creative process works whether we choose to work it or whether we allow it to work on us. So we can be at effect and say, oh, poor me, the world is happening to me, until we decide, no, I'm the pilot of my ship. I want to guide it so that the world is mine to direct. But sometimes things happen, right? And one of the first noble truths of Buddhism is that there is suffering. We heard it, will you come to me and ease my pain? We've all felt pain. And when someone is in pain, what you want is to have others not to come up and try and take it away from you, but instead to be with you in that pain. Because who hasn't felt it? So despite it being the first noble truth, the second one says, guess what? We get to do something about it by thinking the way that we're going to respond to that pain. I shouldn't try and run away from it, even though oftentimes that's what I want. I want to say, okay, enough of that. I'm going to just jump from everything's fine. But it's not always fine. We call that a spiritual bypass, where we try and jump from one place to another without truly feeling what's inside, truly feeling what's in front of us. And that feeling, just like thoughts, they come and go. Any of you have gone through grieving, you know that, you can be up, you can be in anger, you can be frustrated, you can be sad. It comes and goes. So in addition to practicing mindfulness, I try to practice gratitude on a daily basis at night. Often before I go to bed, I think of what are the things I'm grateful for, and I have a little notebook and try and write down some of the things that I'm grateful for. And it's surprising, you start doing it, you think of all the things, like in the morning, boy, do I like hot and cold running water. Oh my gosh, are we spoiled? Nearly 1 billion people on the planet are more than 1/4 of a mile away from potable water. Down from 1.5 billion in 1990. So we're going in the right direction. But you can see how there is challenge. And how we face it, what we do with it, that's the key. Now recently I had a very sad thing occur. My brother-in-law, a young man, left us. So we had a service for him yesterday. He lives in Wendon, Arizona, a little tiny town. You blink, you've missed it. It's on 60 between Aguila and Salome. And he's made a little life there. His renovation company impacted so many snowbirds, and so many people came to his service yesterday. And then he was a leader at his little church, little tiny Bible church there in Wendon, just a block he could walk from his house. We held the service in the auditorium of the elementary school, 2 blocks from his house. On the other side of the tracks, though. And people shared about what he had done. And I saw he was a great example of someone who lived in the moment. He wasn't looking for praise. In fact, we learned things about him that we didn't know. Didn't know he'd been 10 years on the school board for the elementary school. He was just played Cat in the Hat, and all the kids called him Dr. Seuss. So they let out those recyclable or no biodegradable balloons earlier this week in his honor, the kind that go up into the air. So we got to see his spirit of goodness ripple out, impacting an entire little community. And they came together, they brought food, we had music, and we celebrated his life. So that was a real way of realizing he planted something. He invented a salve that you could put on your skin. If your skin was healthy, didn't do anything to it. If your skin was unhealthy, it ate it away. So he made a difference. And if you remember from Emerson, he says, if only one life was changed by my being, then my life was a success. Well, Chris's life was a success indeed. And his little Bible church, they did a service for him as well. And one of them he had from his little Bible, he had underlined this one. He says, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. And he really is at home. And so we know that any of his pain, it's all over now. And so he's in a better place. But we still miss him. So sometimes I see how the desire to change things, I want to say, oh, well, Chris is in a better place. I should be happy. And we celebrated last night. We were. But then you notice it comes back like a little roller coaster, up and down. You feel it. And my desire to have it the way that I want isn't always the way the world works. But this is the way that we live, because we are flesh and blood. We're mortal until someone figures out how to be immortal. And sometimes I might deny my own needs, my own desires, because I'm thinking, oh, but that's selfish. But remember, if you aren't your own champion, who is going to be? You need to make sure that you're championing your own needs, your own desires, as long as they don't hurt anyone else. And in doing that, you plant a seed of joy, plant a seed of heartfelt openness. And that's something that everyone can feel. Sometimes you go into a room, you say, whoa, what's happening? And there's someone there who's just available. They've got that sense about them. You can feel it. So we are both human of this world and still spiritual, beloved children of God. Each and every one of us. Because each one of us is unconditionally loved. Just exactly who we are. No sense trying to be someone else. Those are already taken. But to be yourself, to be authentically you, that's the greatest gift. That's the greatest gift. Because you're here to fill your spot. So Ernest Holmes wrote in Science of Mind, we cannot come into the Father which art in heaven except through our own nature. Not someone else's. I don't want to be someone else. But through my own nature. And as I do that, then the world is given permission to be themselves. And that's powerful. And you know how it is, sometimes we greet each other lightly. Hi, how are you? Oh, fine, thank you. But we're already gone. We've already walked by. Because we weren't really expecting a response, nor were they actually thinking of it. Think of that as the difference between when you greet somebody with a namaste and you take their eye for a moment. Or Ubuntu in the spirit of Africa that says, the God in me sees the God in you. You don't have to then interact, but now they've been seen, you've been seen, and now you're both on the planet together. That's powerful. That's kindness. That's open-heartedness. But sometimes things burn out of control. A fire happens, Mother Nature comes and whooshes along with a tornado or a hurricane. Sometimes in our own minds we can have a hurricane or a tornado of thoughts and ruminations, and it's a storm. Where's it coming from? We don't have to know. It's like a cloud, it can come and go. But Eckhart Tolle says, when you are immersed in compulsive thinking, that storm, you are avoiding what is. You don't want to be where you are, but where we are is here now. I always like that, because if I come back to, oh, I'm here now, I'm okay, everything's fine. So you can remember the things that you do not like, and you can choose differently for the next time. You can remember the things that worked, do more of that. Doesn't mean we have to stop feeling, doesn't mean we have to stop caring. No, in fact, it means that we can do that and. So what seeds are we planting? And how do you control your thoughts? We had Karen Drucker come and run our retreat for the practitioners. And she said every morning she gets up and sings one of her songs. How lucky is that? You know, like get up in the morning and say, thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Or go, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. So every day, that's her practice. Before she does anything else, just to remind herself, hey, I'm awake. I'm able to guide my life. So we may not all have the singing and guitar playing and musical instrument but we can all be grateful for just that day, for this day now. And then in doing that, our seeds of purpose that we plant are in the present. They're with gratitude. They're with thankfulness. And so when I sow that way, then it doesn't fall on barren ground. Instead, I've tilled the soil a little bit, broken it up. I break it up with my song or my thought or my actions that get it ready. I can then sow the seeds. And as I sow them generously, I am aware and know that through the law, I must reap generously as well. Because, of course, I'm not going to just put the seeds down in the soil and say, okay, good luck. No, I'll come along and I'll water. And then if I see some things that I don't recognize, of course I have to be careful because I don't recognize, when they're small, it's hard to distinguish a weed from a flower. So you have to give them a little grace at first. And then it's also important what? To know what you're planting. Is this a watermelon that I planted? We had birds, because we have a bird feeder, and one of the bird seeds that I put out there had corn kernels in it. Well, what happened? The next spring, I had all of these funny things. I said, that looks like corn. And I let them grow because they said, I wonder if they'll get kernels. And they gave these little tiny little kernels, little corn ears. Wouldn't recommend it. But I didn't think I was planting that, but the birds planted it. This morning, a hawk was on top of our bird feeder. All of the birds scattered. The blue jays up in the tree were squawking at it. So we see a lot in life. And so as I go about, I think about my thoughts, my feelings, and I know that they're fleeting, and if I just let them go, feeling them, not ruminating on them, then I'm happier. Things go easier for me. But be careful. Annie Lamott, anyone know the writer Annie Lamott? She said, "My mind is a dangerous neighborhood. I try not to go there alone." This is why we need friends. This is why we need a practitioner. And life is short. Boy, that came to me in a heartbeat this week. Life is short. I wrote a poem. I was snowshoeing. There were my tracks in the snow. There was a boulder, huge, 20 feet tall, had 5 feet of snow on top of it. And yet it was just a tiny stone fallen down from the mountain mother. And the mountain mother sees us as we see a mayfly. Life is short. James 4:14 says, "We are a mist that appears for a little and then vanishes." So if you got someone, give them a big hug, and when we're out there in Sibley Hall, make sure that you give hugs all around freely, openly, because gratitude opens the door. Our hearts connect. The way we are, our friendship, that's what we'll remember. We won't remember, "Oh, good, I spent an extra hour at work yesterday. But I touched a friend when they were in need. A friend touched me when I was in need." We'll remember that. So your call to action this week, this is your homework. Remember what's going on. Be present. Open your heart. Allow others to see you. Smile. And the world will be a better place. That is how we're going to have a world that works for everyone. That first song, kindness, prayer, love. Practice that this week. Oh, and every other week after. So let's take that into prayer. Corinthians 2 told us that one who sows generously will also reap generously. So I recognize that there's only one power. There's only one presence, one power of God and good and grace, and it's right here and it's right now. It's right with me as I speak. It's right with you as you listen. It is everywhere and every when. And since there is no place where this good, this God is not, it must be with us. It's with us now and in every moment. We cannot escape it. Thank God. And as we treat into that law, into that mind, into that loving grace, then we create a better life for ourselves. And this sowing of seeds, this harvesting of grace, this is the creative process of life. And we go through it every day. And we know that if we use it with loving kindness, then it comes back to us generously and overflowing. And I am ever so grateful for this knowing, for this teaching. And I just take these words and this message and I cast it into the power of love and law, knowing it is already done. I don't have to look and see it. The seed is growing. It's growing and it's magnificent. And together we can anchor that by saying, and so it is. And thank you for coming up.
We're loving everything.
We are.
This song is called Blessing Everything.
Everything, blessing everything. Open up and let your heart sing. Go ahead, feel the joy it brings when you're blessing everything. Everything, blessing everything. Open up and let your heart sing. Go ahead, feel the joy it brings when you're blessing everything. Take a walk down my street. Say hello to everyone I meet. And the sun shines on my dancing feet. I'm just blessing everything. Everything, blessing everything. Open up and let your heart sing. Go ahead, feel the joy it brings when we're blessing everything. Everything, blessing everything. Open up and let your heart sing. Go ahead, feel the joy it brings when we're blessing everything. I hold the world in my hand. So much I just don't understand. Still I'm doing the best I can. I'm blessing everything. Everything, blessing everything. Open up and let your heart sing. Go ahead, feel the joy it brings when we're blessing everything. Wanna help, wanna make things right. I'm gonna pray with all my might. The darkest days will be filled with light when we're all blessing everything. And everything, blessing everything. Open up and let your heart sing. Go ahead, feel the joy it brings when we're blessing everything.
One more time now.
Everything, blessing everything. Open up and let your heart sing. Go ahead, feel the joy it brings when we're blessing everything.
Blessing everything.
Blessing everything.
And this is our time of giving. So if I can have the ushers come forward. We like to remind ourselves that this spiritual home, like every home, has all of the services and the people and the ways of doing it. And we have an affirmation that we say. And if you want to take your offering, or if you do it online, put your hand over your heart and say with me, divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, life. And thank you, Tom and Krista, for coming up with Somos los brazos.
Somos el barco. We are the boat. So there's some Spanish lyrics in here, which are fun, because right after that, it's in English. So you know what you're saying, which is
So
really...
this is a Pete Seeger song, and Pete Seeger was born on May 3rd. In fact, it would be, I think, 104 this year, on May 3rd. So we're going to do a concert here on May 3rd in Pete's honor. Pete and Woody, the story continues. And it's a Saturday night, And we're going to just sing a lot of Pete and Woody songs and do a little hootenanny and have some good
Yeah.
friends. Rita can too. I know some of you guys know Rita. And Eric Ramsey, incredible musician from
Incredible.
Phoenix, is going to come up. And we're just gonna, I think it's needed, the songs and the spirit that Pete and Woody believed and carried forth through basically every moment of their lives, I think is what is important today for some of us to
A lot of hope.
embrace and to remember. So we're going to do a Somos El Barcos, which is a beautiful song. And since it's spring, I thought this was a great song because it's about the water and the river,
Yeah.
the water of life. So
And then it's about us being on the ocean. And there aren't walls on the ocean. I really like that. Somos el barco, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat. We are the sea. I sail in you. You sail in me. The stream sings it to the river. The river sings it to the sea. The sea sings it to the boat that carries you and me. Somos el barco, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me. The boat we are sailing on was built by many hands. The sea we are sailing in touches every land. Somos el barco, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat,
we are the boat,
we are the sea.
we are the sea.
I sail in you, you sail in me. So with our hopes we set the sails to face the wind once more. And with our hearts we chart the course never sailed before. Somos el barco, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat,
We are the boat,
we are the sea.
we are the sea.
I sail in you, you sail in me. We are the boat,
We are the boat,
we are the sea.
we are the sea.
I sail in you, you sail in me. I sail in you, you sail in me.
So we are both the sea and the boat, the land and the air. And this good that we bring here today, this blessing, it grows up, it multiplies just like the seeds we plant, the thoughts that we have, the generosity given, the generosity rewarded. And so it is.
So it is.
And now,
Thank you, Hazel. Good morning. Anyone who is new to us today, if you are comfortable, we invite you to stand, tell us your name. We'd love to greet you. So, anyone new this morning? Please, stand. Okay, we'll start over here.
I am Penny.
Hi, Penny. Welcome. It's good to have you. Please.
I am Diane.
Hi, Diane. Welcome. Anyone else? Yes. Hi, Stephanie from Phoenix. Wonderful to have new people. You, as guests, are welcome to visit our bookstore and find the section of gently read books and much loved books. Some of them, the pages are even coming out. They're so much loved. And take one that interests you, keep it for yourself, enjoy it, and then follow your nose and the coffee fragrance into Sibley Hall for conversation, for munchies, and lots of hugs. Lots of hugs. Notice each other. We are having a meeting after service on Sunday, April 13th, for all current volunteers, including circle leaders. It'll be held in Sibley Hall, and we're going to serve pizza at that time. And so if you are interested in attending, current volunteers, I don't think Sabrina is here today, but there is a sign-up in the lobby, and let us know if you're going to be here so that we make sure we order enough pizza. Next Sunday is the last Sunday of March, which indicates that we have Salad Sunday. So whip up your favorite salad, bring it in, enjoy it, others, and have a great time. And the drumming circle meets this Wednesday at 5:30. And if you have any questions, please ask Sudra. And there's also a sign up in the library. Have a lovely week. Thank you.
Okay, let's stand up. Let's say our affirmation, and then we're going to sing our way out. You hold hands if that feels good. Because something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is happening through my mind, my body, and my affairs. I think it, I believe it, I feel it, I know it, I accept it. Thank you, life.
Was meant to be.